Hey, this is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talks Under Black Unicorns. I am at this point where I feel like Wellness Wednesday today should be about fantasies. So, I think it's healthy to have a fantasy. For me, I get, totally freaking embarrassed. And so I'm trying to get over it. But it's like I have a fantasy about the older man, the younger man, the man that's my age, and it's always the ones that's the outliers, like the older man and the younger man, and you like, man, maybe it's taboo. Maybe I shouldn't do it. And then you do it and you realize, yes, you should have, and then do it again, I don't know, it's like, okay, so I guess going through all this stuff, and I just I really do not want to be sexually involved with anybody. It's I don't want the whole feeling of just I've shared myself with somebody and they not sharing themselves back with me. I think that's the whole thing about sex. It's just you have to be in a situation where you enjoy what you're doing and they enjoy what they're doing too, without it being other things that are tied to that. They have something else on their mind, or you have something else on your mind, because that can take the fundamental parts out of sex. Especially I guess the way that we're brought up, where sex is supposed to be this thing that you hold so close and so dear, but at the center of it, sometimes you just want to fuck. It's like we forget about that part. Sometimes it's just you want to get your nut on and that's it. And I think that's for women too, but it's the part where we tell women that, oh, you have to have a relationship when you have sex. And sometimes, just like men, I know for myself, I have not wanted a relationship just because I wanted sex. I wanted the sex, but not the relationship. And then sometimes you get to a point where you want a relationship without sex, or sometimes you want a relationship with this. It's just depending on what stage you go in your life. It's not wrong for you to. I think you have to identify what you want, how you want it, and then move on from there. And that way you are able to either cut off the feelings or put the feelings back on. So that's the whole thing. It's you have to be able to derive what kind of situation you want to be in. Okay, Google, off. So it's just you just get to the point where it's okay, that was my commercial. Google Home. I don't know. But yeah, it's you just have to come to the point where it's just that's what it is, and don't be ashamed of it. Just because you fuck around as a female does not mean that you a hoe, you a slut, anything like that. It just means that you right now you get to know yourself as a woman. You get in to know, and as long as you safe, as long as you put on a condom, put on a condom. I think I was better when I was younger, just put the condom on, or don't touch me. If you don't have a condom on, don't fucking touch me. Don't put your dick near anything I have. Don't fucking do it. So you just have to get to the point where that's the whole thing. And it's okay for you to explore. If you feel okay, today I've never been with a girl and I feel I want to eat some pussy, by all means, eat your friend's pussy. I don't know, but it's you have to find a place to be okay, this is me, this is who I am, and this is what I like to do at this moment. And then when that moment switches, let it switch, let it change. Don't have people making you feel ashamed of it. If you ate pussy and now you feel okay, no, I'm not gay, I just want to be with dudes. Do that. That's okay. And don't let the world be don't let people shame you oh, you were with me, and no, it's still the same thing. It's still you have to be able to go through your sexual exploration too. It's very important to sexually explore. Whether it be masturbation, whether it be sex with women or men, whether it be sex with the opposite sex, you have to have that time to explore. Whether it be asexual, whether it be you like some certain object, I don't know, some of that shit is weird to me because I'm just not into it. But for somebody else, it could be that's totally what the fuck they into. Some people, for me, I love my body. I love me. So even me, it's oh my God, you did that shit to, it's oh my God, bitch, you turning me on. So it's you just, it's you have to get to that point where you just okay, this is who I am and this is what it is, because at the end of the day, it's all human. I'm not saying all the extra, that some shit is weird, some shit you should not be doing, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like, you have to delve into what that is. Now, for me, I have been in, like, at some point I was like in relationship after relationship. Like, I wouldn't even be out, like, I would not be have broken up with somebody for like 2 days and I'd be going into the next relationship. Not to say that that was wrong, because I did that, it wasn't anything wrong with it. Like, some people might be like, well, you didn't heal yourself from but the other person didn't hurt me. We just decided, hey, this is not working out for us. Let's move the fuck on. And when we move the fuck on, I go on a date, I just end up dating the same dude. So it's like, and then sometimes it didn't happen like that. Sometimes it's like dude after dude after dude. Like, you're like, fuck, man, I don't want to go through this shit. So, and sometimes you do want to go through that shit. I remember at some point I was dating like every night, like going out to dinner and all these different things. And I felt good. Like, it made me feel womanly, because it wasn't like they came over. It wasn't like we had sex and we had a date and a dinner and then I would go home. And it was just like a wonderful, I liked it. I like getting to know every person. Like, I like getting to know the spice of life. And then, so relationships started to happen. But it's like, I am so happy that I did it, because I got to know different parts of myself. Like, all those other different parts of myself. What did I like about this person? So some guys, I would like how they fucking ate. That shit would be like, man, when I get the fuck home, it's on and fucking popping with myself. So, it's just like, you get to the point where you just like, okay, that's what it is. It's just like, you just, oh my God, you just start to see what you like about a different person. Like, what are you attracted to? Some guys, I like that they nice to wait, or like they call them over, like how they talk to other people, like the words that come out of their mouth, like the word significance, or, it's just like so much shit. Like, I don't know. But that's what I'm saying. It's just, that's the whole thing. And then the flirtation. Do you flirt or do you not flirt? Was that a good flirt? Was it not a good flirt? Was that shit awkward? Can you be comfortable? And so all those things, like when you dating a lot and you kind of get used to it, you just comfortable. Shit, if it don't matter what I do. It don't matter what I got on. It don't matter how I got my hair. It don't matter what I say. This person will either like me or not like me either way. Because everybody still has their type. Like, some guys still, they want the girl with the weave and the makeup. I'm just not that girl. Like, I'm just like that natural chick that's like, I'm comfortable in what I'm comfortable in. It's like, and I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself. And even if I was to dress up, I want to do it for myself. And if it came to the point where a person would be like, where I felt like I was doing it for my man, I wouldn't do it. Like, it'd be like, fuck this. Fuck it. I'm just naked and I'm staying at home. So it's like, you just have to get to the point where you just want those, like, where you get comfortable with what you're doing. And so, I don't know. It's just like, I feel like it was just different ways. I could be wrong, because some people would be like, well, I'm Christian, I don't do it. But don't do it. Don't do it. Then just like, some people still have issues with masturbation, from the Bible and stuff like that. So it's like, it's just up to you how you figure it out. But however you figure it out, it's okay for you to be comfortable. It's okay for you not to be, to find ways to not be awkward in the situation. And it's okay for you to be honest. I feel like if you're not comfortable, or if you don't understand what's going on, or if you feel like you really like the person at that time, tell them and see what happens. See if that person is into it. See if that person can offer you a conversation that tells you, okay, this is, you are the shit, and I like you just as much as you like me. Because me, I would be like totally inside fucking celebrating, like just having a whole fucking party in my fucking head. And I would be sitting there like a stoic person, like just like, okay, like just chill. But when you leave, fuck, I be like in her dancing and everything, like that motherfucker fine as hell, like, so it's just like, it's just how I am. That's me. So the other person could totally be like that. Some people could be acting like they so into you and they don't give not two fucks, like, doing that fake shit. I don't know which one is fake, because I'm not being fake. It's just, I don't want to like doubt, like be like doubting over a person, like especially a guy, it's like, oh God, because then he feel like, I don't know how he feel, but still, it's like, I don't want to give him too much. So, but women and children, yes, all day. But it's like you just don't want to give too much of it. So I don't know. I feel like, yeah, get to the point where you are like I'm a natural flirt sometimes. Sometimes I'm not. When somebody else is flirting with me, I'm kind of uncomfortable because I don't know if it's a flirt or just being nice. So now I understand how people might feel about me. Like, because sometimes I'm just like you, like I will give you everything that I think about you, you know, like it's like, oh my God, you are lovely and gorgeous and all this different stuff. And I don't know how people feel it. I don't know how people take it, because sometimes people could be like, well, that ain't that's not a compliment, you know. They'll take it to a whole different level or something else, and it's like, nah, I'm here, like I'm just on this level. I'm just on level 0.5. Like when I say it, I mean it like totally innocently. I'm not trying to like call you out and say you something else or anything like that. It's just like some things mean so much to me. Like I just saw a woman who looked like a fucking Cabbage Patch doll. Do you know we used to have to, like, your mama had to go to the store and fight for that bitch? Like, she had to put that shit in layaway in like September to get it by Christmas. A Cabbage Patch doll is like a hierarchy of doll for me. Like, it is like, fuck a Barbie. A Cabbage Patch is the shit. They had the yarn hair. You could do black people hairstyles. Now, you cannot tell me you didn't put a milkmaid braid in your Cabbage Patch head and then put some bobby pins or some rubber bands in there. It was the only hair that you had of a doll that would not get tangled. You know what I'm saying? Because Barbie, her shit get tangled. You get them dollar store dolls, that shit get tangled. And then when you lift up their hair, they bald headed underneath. Cabbage Patches, yes, they had bald spots, but you can cover them bitches up because they put that line down the middle. And then you had it all around the head so you could do the hair like you supposed to, because that was like the most important shit. The other thing is, it came with a damn birth certificate that you could sign because you was the damn mama. It was, oh my God, 2 dimples on the face. Then you can go in and change the clothes, and the Cabbage Patch could actually fit baby clothes. Like your mama, if she had leftover baby clothes, she could actually give you the baby onesie, and the Cabbage Patch could fit that shit. I'm telling you. So it's like, I told this girl, and it's like almost I feel like maybe somebody might tell her that it's not a compliment, but it is. Like, it's like, that was the shit. Like, it was just like the 80s of everything for me. Like, if you didn't have a Cabbage Patch doll, what were you doing with your life? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even really like dolls, but I liked twisting the hair and moving the hair around and all that shit. Like, I really did like I really did. I love Cabbage Patches. And then to see a human Cabbage Patch, like she was a human Cabbage Patch, like where you could just like take her in the store and just like have her dress herself up and put on like makeup now, because now she's a doll face, and you can now put makeup on her to look like a different person. You see what I'm saying? Oh my God, it was just cute. I don't know. For me, it was the beauty of it. But somebody else could have been like, well, no, you know, like she's putting you down, like, or she thinks that. No, I actually think that you are fucking gorgeous because I have this issue with Cabbage Patch dolls. It didn't, like, nothing else mattered for me. It's just like, you are a living cabbage. Like, it, oh my God. It was something I ate up. So I'm just saying, like, just even that, like, somebody could take it the wrong way, because I told her everything. I just told her. I didn't tell her the hierarchy, but I told her, like, you are gorgeous. Like, I love that you're just a living Cabbage Patch doll, and I want to dress you up. So the whole thing is like, what I'm getting to is like, when somebody else comes and they flirting with me, it's like, oh my God, I must be delicious, you know, like I must be these wonderful things, you know. And so that's the whole thing. And then it's like, is it really flirting? And who cares? Because even if somebody is just complimenting me or being nice and kind to me in a way, you know, it's just like, that's beautiful. I love it. It makes me love myself even more, you know. It's like, and that's what I want too when I talk to people. It's like, I want you to love yourself even more. Like, I'm not trying to come in your life and be like, you know, make you feel bad about yourself or give you a compliment so you can later on go back and think about it. No, I want to tell you right now that you are like one of the most stunning people that I've ever seen or met in my life. Like, you know, and they could be horrible. I don't know. They could be people that don't, like, whatever. But it's like, for me, it's just the look, it's the visualization, but also the flirting is just like, I don't know. But anyway, okay, so what I'm saying is just the flirting. Like, the flirting is like,